It's Uncle Joe with Uncle Joe Hikes. We're here at Fontana Dam. This is where I left off on my forward progress of my section hiking of the AT. We're doing a little bit of construction here, so you have to park down or come up the steps in front of the gift shop. So that cut off a little section there. I guess it's my first official reroute. But they said you could come on across once you come up those steps, so that's what I did. So yeah, it's starting to warm up, so this jacket will probably come off. But I'm going up to Shuckstack Fire Tower and back, so I've got a little bit of a road walk here for a few minutes before we get up there. It's going to add about a mile up and a mile back to my hike, so we're probably looking at about 8 total with steps though. Yeah, we're going to go beyond that because it's going to be a climb all the way up there. We just came to this split. We'll make our way over to this kiosk. So that trail goes on as the Lake Shore Trail, and I think Benton McKay AT is going to go this way. So yeah, you see our Benton McKay sign right there. Here we go. Well, we can see the lake down there. We've been coming up some couple of switchbacks. I knew that the beginning of this would pitch up a little sharp, but I think it's going to gradually just get into a sort of an angle and kind of stay there for the most part, except for where we have to duck into some hollows and stuff, so some drainages. But it's the 13th of December, so it's a little bit chilly, but climbing, I'm warm enough that I took my jacket off. But yeah, we'll see how this goes, because I tweaked something in my back on Sunday. Today's Wednesday, and it just flared up really intense on the left side, like right above the hip bone, I guess. And but it's been better the last few days, so I feel a lot better when I'm standing, and I feel fine when I'm walking. So we'll see how this goes. I might get halfway up and be like, you're going back home. But well, not necessarily home, but back to Gobi. But anyway, we'll see. I think it's going to be fine. I think my legs are going to be a bigger problem because I just haven't hiked nearly enough to tackle something this steep. And you know, I would say this mileage, but it's only 3 miles up, 3.5. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Something's dug this up. Can't really tell what. I thought maybe a log had just been pushed off, but I don't see anything other than that one down there. I don't know. Up. Well, we can see the ridge back behind Fontana Village. The AT comes in from, I think maybe comes out on that ridge briefly, but I think behind it is where it comes out and dumps out. We can see the lake it dumps out over near the marina. So, yeah, I guess some good views here. But I think the key to this, for me, because of my current shape, is to stop frequently like this. Give my legs a break from the climbing, because it's going to be a long climb. I think Robin and Nancy did a ladies group up here not long ago, but they knocked it out pretty well. They're in good shape, too. So, you know. But, I'm a few weeks off of any significant hiking, you know, what with holidays and all of that. But I need to get back in shape. One way to do that is tear these muscles down a little bit, give them a chance to grow back a little stronger. So that's what we're out here to do. Well, I may have lost a GoPro. My Hero 8, which I do a lot of my static shots with. But part of me doesn't remember if I stuffed it in there. It may be in my back seat. So from this point back on the way back, I'll be keeping an eye out, just in case I did put it in my side pocket and it fell out. Taking another stop here. You can see the lake below. I heard a shot earlier when I was coming across the dam, just before I came across the dam, which is weird because this is the Smokies on this side where I heard it, so I don't know why there would be a shot. Certainly wouldn't be calling any hogs during the day, I don't think. I think they do that at night in the Smokies, so I don't know. Been real quiet. I never did hear those woodpeckers pecking or anything, but I saw them flying around. Other than that howl just now, I haven't really heard anything. Saw a few squirrels when I was coming up the paved road. I don't think we'll see any bear. It's always possible, but I think it's been cold enough up here the last week that they've probably started working their way into their dens. I think they got some snow up here last week, so. Oop. We got some kind of critter. I don't know what. Is that a squirrel? Where you at, buddy? I don't know if he's on this tree or that tree. He's making some noise though. We can see the dam and the parking area to the left there. Checking my altimeter. We're about 2,700 feet up. My guess is about the time we get to that saddle, we should have reached the halfway point as far as elevation gain is concerned. So that's good news. But yeah, see the lake. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. So one nice thing is, after the first 1,000 feet or so, you start coming to a series of these saddles and little crests. So you get a little bit of a break from the climbing on those. Often they have a log too you can sit on. But we still got a good bit of climbing. Probably another 700-800 feet maybe to our total. Up, up, up. Okay, so we're kind of up on a little crest here. We got Sheep Knob, I think the map says is there. That's Shuckstack, and this is Little Shuckstack. So we got to go up and skirt the summit of Little Shuckstack, and then we're going to get into that little saddle there between these two, and then we'll get up onto Shuckstack proper. We've already caught a glimpse. You could just catch a glimpse of the top of the tower. I don't think the camera will pick it up, but we'll get a better shot of it at some point. Yeah, that's our destination. I could see the top of it from the bistro having breakfast this morning. Like, that's where I'm going. So we can see some of this ground cover here. On this side we can see it purple. And I believe when it turns purple, that's a sign that it got really cold. It was some kind of cold snap. Really only seeing laurels so far. See them up yonder. But I'm told there's some rhododendron up here too. Well, here we go. One little stub. Alrighty. We're heading back into this draw, which is a bad sign because that means we got to come back out of it. I say bad sign. Most likely we're going to go up out of it like that. I don't really see the trail. Yeah, there it goes. Right there. So yeah, I was looking at the rhododendron, the lone rhododendron on the side. There's a bunch of it down in that draw. So, yeah. Anyway, this is our little hook on this draw. There is water coming down. See a little bit right there. And then it's dropping under here. We could hear it running down there, so there you are. Well, there's a better view of the tower. We're finally on this skirt coming around Little Shuckstack here. Got some rhododendrons. They're all pointing down and starting to curl a little bit. That means it got pretty cold up here. they start to sag and droop like that, and they get a little bit sad. I wish it wouldn't get so cold. Well, it'll be warm in the summer. How long will that be? A few months. Yep, they're all drooping and sad. My legs are starting to get a little thick. I gotta save my strength, because right as we get up to the base there, I gotta pitch up. The AT is gonna pitch up, and then there's probably gonna be a little bit steeper pitch on the side trail going up there, I would suspect. You fitting to find out? I am fitting to find out. Well, we are getting a view into the rest of the park. Somewhere out there. Let's see. What would be there to the... I guess that's to the northeast. I don't know. That's a big old mountain over there, so I don't know what that could be. LeConte maybe, or I would think maybe Klingman's. I don't know. Don't know from this vantage point. I'm not real good at that sort of thing. So, and the good thing here is we're going to skirt this little hump a little bit. So, try to save my legs a little bit. And I know the big pitch up to that tower's coming. Starting to get a little bit rocky in the trail bed. We got some moisture seeping off the side here. A little more so than most of the rest of the trail. We know that looking back at Shuckstack, we could see a lot of rock up on the side of the mountain there. So this rock is to be expected, I guess. Fixing to make our way out on this point here. Looks like we're gonna have a good view. Oh yeah. Pretty nice. Yeah, a little bit of a crag here. That's what got some water seepage. You can imagine this is all icy, probably the dead of winter. But man, we've got a great view here. I'm wondering if that's not the village. Very well could be. Beautiful view here. This is off the chart right here. Right below my feet here, something's deposited some scat. It's got some seeds in it, so I'm not sure if it's bare or not. It's hard to say. So looming large beside us there is Shuckstack. And it's a little bit daunting knowing that you're skirting this really high hill, and you got to get up there. And every place you need to be is higher than that, right? So, meaning the tower's up there somewhere. So, yeah. As you can see, we're fixing to climb pretty good right here. Don't start working for it. So we're working our way up this spine, and we can't even see the tower. It's right in front of us. Tells you that this is a bit of a false summit. There's more to come ahead. Up, 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 up. So this would be our false summit here. As we came up, we were looking at this the whole time. But I still don't see the tower. Oh yeah, I do. Just hidden right there. That's a good sign. Still got a little bit of a climb. So this is the actual split, I think, that the guy was telling me down at the dam. And that's going to go up to the tower. And I believe the AT is going to continue on that way. So this makes sense. He said if you saw the rhododendrons on your right hand side, then you'd want to come back. So yeah. So we're going to leave the AT here, go up to the tower. So you're going to come up to side of that little campsite there. Get up here to this little monolith here and do a dog leg. Little switchback. We're getting closer. We can see it. There's an old chimney. Looks like maybe I'm not sure. That may have been a cistern because there's a pipe right there. I don't know. You'd think the pipe would be lower. Anyway, we're here at the base of the tower. There you are. You can see out. Plenty of knobs. I'm probably not going up there. We went up to the one in, what was it, Wesser? May have been Wesser Fire Tower. We went up to. I'm not really big on climbing up the tower. But yeah. Have our little snack. Start heading back. It's a beautiful hike coming up. I mean, there's plenty to see. Especially as you get right here to the top where that rocky crag section was. That was nice being able to look back down toward Fontana. But it's a slog. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be honest with you. It is right here at the end, but wasn't terribly bad. Could have been a lot worse. But anyway, we'll start making our way back. We'll make our way down this rocky trail. It's a little bit rocky here toward the top, so we got a little bit of rock to get through as we make our way down, and then we'll hook back. It'll be rocky for a little bit. Well, we're coming back across our little crag here. And our views. It's it almost looks like it's got iron in it or something. Crazy. One thing you want to do when you're descending in thick leaves like this is always look for roots. Always look for a root or a rock, anything you can. Like here you could see that this is built up, so there's a root there. So you want to put your foot in front of that. Anything that you can do, put your foot in a position where it won't slide. We got a rock here, put it right in front of that rock and find another root. And water breaks are good too. Because by putting your foot in front of it like that, you're limiting the extent to which your foot is going to slide, because it just can't slide any further than that. So I constantly look for stuff like that. It's a little harder right here. There's just not a lot of rock. But try to find anything in the ground that you can put your foot against to keep you from sliding. So we're coming down to this saddle. You can see that the trail zips down and up the other small knob over there. Been descending for a while. Trying not to slip and fall in these leaves. Well, we can see the lake. See the ridge over behind Fontana. You know, I mentioned that the AT probably goes more behind that ridge, but I know it comes out on it several times because I remember seeing the dam long before I got it when I was hiking that section. And it was really demoralizing to see it so far back and thinking I'll be there before long, and you won't. I know coming down this, a lot of people must feel the same way when they see the lake and know, well, the dam is down there at that lake, so I'm getting close. And then it takes you longer than you think. Anyway, we're moving on down the hill. Well, there's our little mark in the ground. Here on out, we'll see if we can see that GoPro, but I think it's actually in the truck. I don't remember putting it in here with the water bottle. I put one on one side, one on the other. I don't remember putting that side in there. Won't hurt to look. Taking a little break because this descent's really doing a number on my legs. It's more painful coming down and going up. That's because you got so much weight. That's true. And I don't mean my pack. Yeah, stop that momentum. But yeah, we're not too far from the trailhead, and then we'll work our way across the dam. All right, we're back here at the trailhead. We probably did about 3.5 miles from this point, because the Lost Coast Trail is about a 0.7 of a mile or so past that split. It's probably about 3 miles to that split, I'm guessing. And up and back, we probably did 1/4 mile up, 1/4 mile back, maybe. Just guessing. So we got another mile, or 1 mile and 1/10 maybe to Gobi. We'll get all the mileage straightened out. Yeah, straighten out down here. We're getting closer and closer. There's our dam. I'm gonna make this curl around. Boy, this pavement does not feel good. Yeah, I could walk over there, I guess, but I'd rather walk over here and then have something to complain about. Speaking of, and another squirrel, he's probably complaining. Well, he's not complaining about me, but one over here is. There he is. He's up on that bent tree right there. Raising sand. You see him curling his tail. I don't know if you can see him, but yeah. He's like, "You there, my good man." That's an unusual warning sign. Man with no hands or feet walking across here. I'd like to see him come down that hill with no hands and feet. And for that matter, I'd like to see him come across the street with no feet. I wonder how often he comes through here. Man, that's a sight. You really see how low the lake is. Something else. So that little road down there goes and makes a loop. That's the campground. Last time I was here, I camped down there. It came and hiked 20 mile. You can see down yonder the power generators and all that. Yeah, looking down now. The next dam down the river is the one that Harrison Ford jumps off of in the remake of The Fugitive. It's a little bit further down. I think it's the Tapco Dam. Anyway, it's the next one down. So, and there's that. So there's all these gnats flying around. Invariably, one makes it into your mouth. But we can see old Gobi over there, waiting patiently. Hopefully nobody broke in and got my wiffle ball. And I'm going to toss that around the room later. Staying up here at the lodge one more night so I can get a shower and relax before heading north tomorrow. Yeah, no Gobi. You can hear water down there, but you can't really see it down through there. But I bet one thing would be fun, throwing a wiffle ball down there and watching it come out at the bottom. That would be fun and likely a felony. But lots of things that are fun are also felonies. Oh well. Guess we won't do it. Well, there it is. At work I have a saying, never blame technology for what can better be explained by your stupidity. I would say that's the same for the trail too. Well, Shuckstack done. I wound up with 11.4 miles for the day. I think we can take 2/10 off of that. 11.2. It's about 8.5, between 8.5 maybe and 9 miles total walking, maybe just shy. So we got a couple of extra miles in steps, which is just crazy. But it is what it is. Anyway, we're going to get out of here and get back to the lodge, shower up, and see if we can't find something to eat.